My four biggest takeaways from the NFC Championship rematch with the Rams starts with something bittersweet. In a large pool filled with negatives right now for the Saints, if there's one positive aspect to hold on to for dear life, it's the timing of Drew Brees' injury. Now, early reports are that Brees is expected to be out somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 weeks. So operating under that assumption, that would have Brees missing games against Seattle, Dallas, Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, Chicago, and Arizona. But their next games against the Seahawks and Cowboys, those are going to be tough sledding. But matchups with the Bucs, Jags, and Cardinals are games where they're going to have shaky quarterback situations as their opponent and winnable games. And even better, in case Brees needs, say, 8 weeks to recover instead of 6, a bye week comes 7 weeks from now. And that's just before Week 10 when they would face Atlanta on November 10th. My second takeaway is that the refs simply have to be better, and they should be further disciplined for egregious mistakes. For now 3 straight games dating back to last season, the Saints have had to deal with officials making unbelievably crummy calls. Their latest mistake wiped out Cam Jordan's fumble return for a score, costing New Orleans a touchdown in a critical game at a critical moment. And this one was made by 17-year NFL vet Walt Anderson. If we can't trust him, who can we trust? And yet, Sean Payton can't criticize them after the game, or else he'll get fined.
Hey, how do you miss that call? You don't think that matters? Do your job.
The only thing that happens to officials is they receive a bad grade that could keep them from reffing a big game in the future, like the Super Bowl. But in my opinion, that's not enough. They should be open to fines for terrible mistakes too, and the NFL should be more transparent in how they punish those refs to restore the public's confidence in a fair game. Our third takeaway: the Saints' normally stellar offensive line was manhandled by the Rams. And not only did they give up 2 sacks, but of the Saints' 11 penalties, every Saints starting O-lineman was responsible for a flag. And lastly, the Saints secondary was scary, and not in a good way. Their number 1 corner, Marshawn Lattimore, had the roughest outing. He surrendered LA's lone receiving touchdown to Brandon Cooks, and pass plays of 57 yards to Cooks and 66 to Cooper Kupp, something they have to fix, especially with Drew Brees out for the foreseeable future.